GRXcerpts, highlighting interesting and trending headlines in cybersecurity from the week. I'm Dolores, reporting on behalf of CyberGRX. Government news tops our headlines this week with the White House citing water, communications, healthcare, and hospitals are next on the Biden administration's list for new cyber rules. Healthcare has especially been hit hard with cyber attacks in 2022, with the number of breaches doubling compared to 2021 and at least 125 data breaches since April, according to U.S. government data. Ransomware is the most common attack on healthcare and hospitals, stealing patient data and impacting critical care. The Department of Health and Human Services is working on new guidelines. More details to come on what those changes will entail. Similarly, the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency is planning to release its highly anticipated but voluntary cybersecurity performance goals before the end of the month, suggesting baseline security practices for water and power operators. Industry groups have expressed concerns that the new performance goals will be a precursor for mandatory requirements. The White House announcements represent the Biden administration's strong desire to expand cybersecurity regulations into the private sector. Turning from national news to emerging workplace threats, deepfakes should now be part of a security team's vocabulary, posing an emerging security risk to organizations. According to Thomas Scanlon, technical manager at Carnegie Mellon University, deepfakes can encompass audio, video, and image manipulations, or can be completely fake creations. Examples include face swaps of individuals, lip syncing, puppeteering, the control of sounds and synthetic, and creating people who don't exist. Organizations are being targeted in numerous ways through deepfakes, particularly in the area of fraud. Scanlon highlighted the case of a CEO being duped into transferring $243,000 to fraudsters after being tricked into believing he was talking to the firm's chief executive through deepfake voice technology. He also noted that there have been a number of cases of malicious actors using video deepfakes to pose as a potential candidate for a job in a virtual interview. For example, using the LinkedIn profile of someone who would be qualified for the role. Once employed, they plan to use their access to the company's systems to access and steal sensitive data. No technology is currently available to detect deepfakes, so cybersecurity teams must become adept at identifying practical cues for fake audio, video, and images. These include flickering, lack of blinking, unnatural head movements, and mouth shapes. Shifting from fake virtual profiles to the onslaught of virtual meetings, Zoom has given CISOs a new reason to groan. The video messaging powerhouse recently discovered a new vulnerability for Mac OS users, which enables a local malicious user to use debugging ports to connect to and control Zoom apps running in the Zoom client. Zoom has rolled out a high-priority patch and credits its internal security team for finding the issue. The vulnerability is considered a high-risk security flaw and carries a CVSS severity score of 7.3 out of 10. And since October is Cybersecurity Month, there's no better time to educate other departments on the role they play in your company's overall security. To illustrate, new employees continue to be the targets of phishing attacks. The latest scam, using LinkedIn updates to mine information about job changes. As the new employee onboards, they get an email from their supposed boss telling them they have a special and secret task that they need their help with. Buy gift cards to be used as bonuses for their teammates. The attacker then attempts to get purchase order information or other financial information from the employee as a reimbursement ploy. The scam is highly successful, playing off employee newness and not knowing company policies, wanting to please the boss and feeling special they've been chosen for this secret mission. And on the brighter side, there's good news on the passwordless authentication front. Microsoft has recently released new settings for conditional access policies, enabling organizations to define the authentication strength of accepted connections. This release provides the ability to specify a combination of multi-factor authentication methods that allow external users to access a particular resource. According to Microsoft, the new Authentication Strength feature helps administrators to restrict external access to sensitive Microsoft 365 apps in enterprise environments. Azure Active Directory currently offers 3 types of built-in authentication strengths, including multi-factor authentication, phishing-resistant MFA strength, and passwordless MFA strength. It is also possible to create custom authentication strengths based on specific requirements. Google is also increasing authentication standards, rolling out new passkey support for Android and Chrome users. According to Google, passkeys are a significantly safer replacement for passwords and other perishable authentication factors, as they cannot be reused, don't leak in server breaches, and protect users from phishing attacks. Passkeys require confirmation from the end user about the account that will be used to log into the online service, followed by their biometric information or device passcode. During the login process, a platform that supports passkeys uses the public key to verify a signature and the private key to confirm the authenticity of the user. The advantage is passkeys are browser and operating system agnostic, meaning an Android user can log into a passkey-enabled website using Safari on iOS or macOS, or the Chrome browser on Windows. Google also noted that the generated passkeys are securely stored and synced to the cloud via its password manager to prevent lockout. Adding developers can integrate passkey support on their websites using the WebAuthn API. And that's it for this edition of GRXcerpts. Subscribe to receive future updates on our YouTube channel. Until next week, I'm Dolores for CyberGRX, the risk management platform that helps you pinpoint, measure, and prioritize your third-party cyber risks so you can plan appropriately and sleep soundly.